TVN Live. This is Bible Story for Kids. I am your host, Kay Leah. So today we're going to be reading Under a Starry Sky. Jacob wrestled with God all night long. We can't be certain exactly what happened that night. But maybe it was something like this. Jacob was moving again. Then he pulled the stakes of the stacks of his tent, and he and Rachel and Leo and their 12 children packed up all their belongings and loaded them into the caravan of camels, and with their servants and their great flocks of sheep and goats and camels, they were traveling back to the land of Jacob's father. They were a few days into their journey. When they made camp for the night. That night, they had visitors with their messengers. They were messengers from God. Your brother Esau is coming to meet you, they told Jacob. Uh-oh. Esau is coming to kill me, Jacob said. When they were kids, they probably got into lots of fights. And Jacob probably always got pounded because his older brother by about 5 minutes. Remember, they were twins, but not identical twins at all. Was bigger and stronger than he was, but for some reason that never seemed to stop little brothers from getting into fights with their bigger brothers and sisters. That's where Jacob must have learned it was better to be clever. Of course, it's not like you're going to end up wrestling on the ground or anything. They were both over 100 years old by now. Jacob didn't know it, but he was going to end up wrestling to the ground. With God instead. But Esau was powerful. Wesley Prince. He had made strong and mighty men who served him, and he was coming to meet his brother or kill him, or kill him at least. That was what Jacob was afraid he was planning to do. So Jacob came up with a plan to make peace. He sent messengers on ahead of him. He told them to say to his brother, I am your obedient servant. God has blessed me, and I come to you with many sheep and goats and camels. The messengers were ahead, and when they came back, they told Jacob, your brother is on his way, and he has 400 men with him. He's coming to kill me, Jacob cried. He's coming to kill me, he cried. He's coming to kill me, he cried. And so he divided his household into 2 groups. That way, if my brother attacks one group, the other may be able to get away, he said. And then, for the first time of his life, Jacob prayed to God. God, may my fathers please hear my prayer. You told me to go back to the land of my fathers, and that you would make everything well for me. I came across the Jordan River with nothing but walking a stick. And now look, how rich have you made me, and not worthy all the kindness you have shown me. But I am afraid of my brother. He's coming to kill me. He's coming to kill all me. My brother. But I'm afraid my brother's coming to kill us all. But I'm afraid my brother's gonna kill us all. Remember, your faithful servant. Remember that you promised that my children will be as many sand of the seashore. Then Jacob went through his herd and chose gifts to his brother Esau. He chose goats and sheep and donkeys and cows and camels. A good camel was worth more than a good car back in those days. A real good camel was like a Mercedes. I think if Jacob, I think if you kill someone, like Jacob said in this story, he's gonna kill us all, or he's gonna kill me. I think he wouldn't do that. What? Now let's get to. Now let's get to our 3rd page with that story today. It's gonna keep us all. Ben's in the desert. It was probably the most valuable thing you could own. Jacob divided his gifts into groups, one in the front of the other, and sent them on ahead of him, to the shepherd of each herd. When you meet my brother, say to him, these are the gifts from your servant Jacob. He was coming right behind. That way, Jacob hoped that Esau would forgive him. That night, Jacob and his family came to a small stream. Jacob sent his family across the stream to make a camp. But he stayed on the other side. He was afraid. He felt like running away. Under a starry sky, he sat next to a small fire with his head down on his hands. What am I going to do? He said. And that when a stranger stepped out from the darkness. What do you want? Jacob said to the stranger. You asked for my help, the stranger said. Go away, leave me alone, Jacob said. Somehow, Jacob knew the stranger it was the angel of God. It was God himself in the form of a man. My uncle hates me. My wives can't get along. And my brother is coming to kill me. A lot of help you have been. Jacob said, and he tried to push the stranger away, but the stranger grabbed a hold of Jacob's robe. Go away, I don't need your help, Jacob said. And the two of them began to wrestle to the ground. The stranger wouldn't let Jacob go. But without me, you have nothing at all, the stranger said as they struggled back and forth. I don't care, just leave me alone. All right then, the stranger said, and he began to pull away. But he didn't let go of Jacob's robe. No, wait, you can't leave me here all alone. And now Jacob was grabbing a hold of the stranger. He wouldn't let him go. Why would you help me? I haven't been a liar and cheat all my life. I don't deserve your help, Jacob said as... Okay, I want to say something about that. Why would Jacob and God wrestle? It's the wrong thing, man. Okay. So let's get to our 4th page of our Bible story hour today. So, Jacob said as the two rolled in the sand, you would help me anyway. You have caused me nothing but trouble. Which, of course, wasn't true at all. But the stranger just hold on all the tighter. You need me, the stranger said. I don't need you. I don't want your help, Jacob said. But deep down inside, deep in his heart, he knew that was what that he needed most. He tried to push the stranger away, but he couldn't let him go. Finally, the early light of morning became a great across the eastern sky. I won't let you go until you bless me, Jacob finally said when he wrestled the stranger all the more. His heart was crying out, don't let go, don't ever let go. He wouldn't let God go. Alas, God struck Jacob on the hip and pointed out a joint. Jacob walked with a limp from that day on. It would always remind him of that night he wrestled with God. And then God said to Jacob, what is your name? Strange question to ask after all of this. You know I am, Jacob said. God considerably did know. Remember, Jacob meant cheater. I am Jacob, Jacob answered. But that's not who Jacob was anymore. He was not a cheater anymore. Now Jacob knew that everything he had came from God and not from his own doing. And so God gave him a new name, a princely name. Shall be called Israel, which means I have wrestled with God. And then God blessed him, saying, I am with you always, and in all that you do, and you shall be blessed. Your children shall many as your children shall be as many as the stars. And I would just like to say, why? Why in the world? Why would they wrestle and God never let go of Jacob? It's so unfair. Now let's get to our conclusion with our Bible story out today. Many stars in the sky, and the land I promise to your fathers, you shall promise. Then that night Jacob learned the most important lesson of his life. Grab hold of God, and never let him go. Next time. Thank you for watching my show today. Make sure you please subscribe, and number one, please subscribe, and then comment down below what you have been learning today. And also comment down below if you think God and Jacob would wrestle. Oh, why in the world? And make sure you share. Make sure you click on the thumbs up so you can see. Make sure you click on the thumbs up if you like it. Make sure you click the thumbs down if you don't like it. And remember, it's the school year. Be nice. And also, watch Bible Story Hours. And I just to mention, we have talking toys. So if you watch it, you have to watch Bible stories. So make sure you share this video on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. And please write nice comments down below to the comment section. I will see you guys next week. And remember, please subscribe and comment down below and be nice because it's the school year. Bye everyone. See you guys next week. And we're having a joke show with Alana and Kaylia.